Morning, folks. Welcome to today's adventure. Today, we are hiking Mount Elbert, the tallest mountain in Colorado and the second tallest mountain in the lower 48. So I'm here about 6:30 at the southeast trailhead for Mount Elbert. There's a few trails that you can take to get up to it. This one is about 10 miles round trip. And as you can see, it looks like the leaves are popping. This is the end of September, about to turn October, and hoping to get some good fall colors out today. So let's go get our hike on. I figure I would give 1 mile check-ins on my way up. So I just completed my first mile. I've gained probably 600 to 700 feet. And right now I'm still in below tree line. It's just kind of a dirt road. I think it's going to be that way maybe for another mile until I break tree line. But it's been a beautiful morning. The truck said 33 degrees when I was at the trailhead. And you just never know with the weather up here. I remember my first 14ers about 5 years ago. I was hiking Grays and Torrey, and it was middle of September. And I really didn't know anything about the Colorado weather, and it was beautiful that morning, clear skies. But sure enough, as soon as I was coming down around noon, a hailstorm came and just kind of battered me for 5 minutes because there's really no tree coverage on that trail until you get back to the trailhead. But today looks like the weather's clear. Looks like snow is coming in tomorrow, which is another reason I wanted to do this trail today. I looked at reports and the weather is clear and the mountain is clear. There's no snow on it yet. So I figured today would be a good day to get it before bad weather or unpredictable weather comes and, hits these Colorado mountains. So let me stop talking and let's get on the next mile. Full disclosure here. Told you I'd kind of keep it real here on the trail. Well, I just checked in about a mile ago and I was on my way up on this dirt road. And I got to this other section like, oh, that looked kind of like a trail. So I checked my map and realized I'm not on the trail. I'm not on the trail that I'm supposed to be to get up to Mount Elbert. I don't know what I'm on, actually. I could have sworn I saw signs that pointed up this way. So I just added 2 miles to my trip. But luckily I caught it after just that 1 mile. And I only ascended about, like I said, 600 or 700 feet. So let me get down to the trailhead, find the trail, and then we can get our hike going. Man, I feel like an idiot. Here is where I made my mistake. So this is the Colorado Trail going southbound, and that's going back north. And that's the direction I should have headed. I knew that the Elbert Trail came off of the Colorado Trail, and I just thought that was it. So the Colorado Trail is crossing over, and I just went straight through and up for a mile. So you folks who plan on doing the hike from the southeast trailhead, when you get to this sign here, be sure to take a right and start heading northbound on the Colorado Trail, because the trailhead is just right there, probably a couple hundred feet. All right, let's get going. So here is the intersection for the South Mount Elbert Trail. I'm about a half a mile in from the trailhead. That way, it's the continuation of northbound on the Colorado Trail. This way, it's up to Mount Elbert. All right, let the real hiking begin now. Now, the correct first mile is done of the South Mount Elbert Trail. I've only gained about 300 feet in elevation, and the first half mile was relatively flat as you're hiking on the Colorado Trail. But that push up for the next half mile is pretty gentle. Like I said, probably about 300 feet. But the Aspen, oh my goodness, they are so, they are stunning right now, walking through this first mile. So this first mile is the mile of aspens. All right, I can't waste time. Let's get to mile 2. Mile number 2 is now in the books. It's a bit steeper than mile number 1. Mile 2 is around 700 feet elevation gain. We're still at below tree line. You can tell the trees are getting a bit smaller. We left the land of the alpines and we have come to the land of the evergreens. Everything's going well so far. Check myself on the map, and I am still on the right trail. So let me stop talking to this camera and get to hiking. Well, mile 3 has us breaking tree line. We ascended another 600 feet, 700 feet. So there were a couple of level spots, but it's been a steady climb for these first 3 miles. We got our first peak at Mt Elbert. It doesn't look that that spectacular or glorious, but she is the tallest mountain in Colorado. And the views here are pretty amazing. As you can see, Twin Lakes as well as Leadville, now that we've broken tree line, and the views are amazing. And you can see the aspen color just everywhere. So just taking a little break. Got a little mountain mix, some Gatorade that I'm drinking, and yeah, I'm just taking a little rest, giving my legs a little rest from climbing, I guess, about 1,600 feet, 1,700 feet up to this point. Got a little over 2,000 to go with about 2.4 miles left. So, but beautiful weather. Temps are awesome. Been a beautiful day. So let's see mile 4. Mile 4, I'm starting to feel it. Anytime I get around 13,000 feet, I always start feeling it, slowing down. So right now I'm at 12,900 feet. So I gained about 800 feet in that last mile, which means this last mile is going to have a lot larger gain than the first 4. But you can see Elbert there in the background. Not that is a false summit on the other trail, but that right there is the top of Elbert. And just so you know, also, I've attempted this hike before. I guess it was about 2 years ago. I was trying another trail, and from here you can see the people hiking up on that other trail. And I was with Sherpa. She was about 1 year old, and I was probably about a half a mile from the summit, maybe 3/4 of a mile. But I ran out of dog food and water. I didn't plan properly, and with her being that young, I just didn't want to push her that last half mile, which is kind of straight up on that other trail. So just so you know, there is another route. It's a little shorter. So far, I think this one is easier, even though it is a little bit longer, maybe a mile longer. But it is the northeast route that you can access from the Mount Massive Trailhead. And that trailhead is a lot easier to get to than the one we accessed this morning. So you definitely need a four-wheel drive to get clear through probably the last mile to get to the trailhead. It's pretty rocky and bumpy along the way. And I know some people will even turn this into a loop where the Colorado Trail connects the both. So if you're really in for a long day, you could do that as well. But I wanted to try the southeast. I heard it is a little more gradual, even though it is a little bit longer. And so far, I agree. I think it is a little more gradual. I think the views are better too. I think you're in the forest longer on the other one without all the Aspen views and the views of Twin Lakes. So I think I definitely prefer the southeastern trail right now. But I'm just taking a break, resting, trying to fuel my body a little bit, resting my legs for this last probably 1.4, I think is what I have left, push up to the top of Mt Elbert. So we'll see you in another mile. Mile number 5. This is where the work begins. This is where I think the mental aspect really kicks in. You know the physical part's going to be there. I mean, this is a 10.5, 11 mile hike. And that's a good hike on flat terrain, you know. But going up 4,000 feet is, you know, it's challenging. And your body is telling you to quit. Your mind is telling you to quit. And you want to quit so bad. But you just keep going. And it's brutal, for sure. I mean, your mind tells you to stop, to turn around, that you can end it all right now and start heading down. But when the summit is this close now, I'll go 1/3 of a 10th of a mile. And if it takes me an hour, it'll take me an hour. I think that last mile took me about 45 minutes. And we gained, about a little over 1,000 feet in elevation. So I only have a half a mile left to get to the top. That's it up there. You can see the folks. And so I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna sit, replenish a little bit more, and then we're gonna go hammer it out. Finally made it to the top, but it is beautiful. 360 degrees, no snow up here, so it's all clear. Beautiful. Isn't it funny how We come out here and basically torture ourselves for 2, 3, 4 hours. That top 2 fun where it is fun. I love it, right? And I like to hike at least one 14er every year. I go on big backpacking trips, and I like the struggle. It's just weird though, isn't it? That people enjoy the struggle, the pain. You know, before I moved out here, before I moved out here to Colorado, I used to do marathons. And I wasn't the greatest marathon runner. I typically ran around a 4-hour time, 350 being my best. But no matter how fast I ran, I was always in pain. Coming in at the end, I was always in pain. And I might be in pain for the next couple of days because you push yourself there at the end. But I did 10 of them. And it's like, why? And I don't know. There's something about the struggle to overcome and push your body, push your limits. There's just something about that I love, that I'm just drawn to. So the idea of hiking 14ers is very appealing to me. Hiking things like the Colorado Trail, which is 485 miles, is appealing to me. Or next year, hoping to hike the JMT, the John Muir Trail, which is about 211 miles, is appealing to me. Something about the struggle and being able to overcome is appealing. Not in the midst of it, but definitely on the top of that mountain, you feel a sense of pride. And once I get down off of this mountain in my truck, I'll feel a sense of relief and enjoy this one. All right, see you on the trail. So what would a 14er be without a little hail? I was thinking back. So this is my 10th 14er that I've completed. And I think 4 that I remember, I got hail. So that's almost half. Almost half of my 14ers, I've gotten a little hail. The only really bad one was Sherman, where we just got absolutely destroyed. Almost ruined my life on 14ers forever. So no big surprise to get a little hail. Well, that was a great trip. Little mishap there in the beginning, but no big deal. It was a beautiful morning, and we got to the top of Mount Elbert. So it was a good day for sure. All right, see you on the next adventure.